Hello everybody, welcome back. Here's how you can make millions of coins using book flipping. I personally have made 11 million coins in just 2 days with this method. Book flipping is an ancient money-making method discovered by the ancient Skyblock. Part 1. Rejuvenate flipping. Rejuvenate flipping uses tactics beyond the human mind. I'm not joking. It involves coordinated mouse flicks to trick your opponents into closing the AH. Step 1. Mouse flicks. Okay, here's how you mouse flick. That's just the name that I assigned to it. First off, open the auction. Go to here, and if you have any UMod, it will look like this. Now, past searches. You want to rejuvenate already typed in. This is so you can do this. And look how much faster this is than going like this. If you do not have any UMod, go into something like Google or Discord and have rejuvenate copy and pasted so that you can just do it like this. And make sure you're on the consumables tab. I'm obviously on bin, lowest price, and they're usually about 20 to 40k here, and the price changes super fast. In case you're wondering, I'm not going to be able to buy this because, little did you know, all of these probably have already sold. First, we're going to teach you how to refresh. I use a few different methods. First one, there it's refresh. It doesn't work every time, really. And the second one, just do that, and it might have refreshed. And second one, do that. This one works better, in my opinion. And it might be refreshed. And then third one, and it's refreshed. Otherwise, if you just sit here, well, you could also use that, but I think it's a bit slower. If you just sit here, you won't be able to buy any because little did you know that they've already sold. If you get a rejuvenate book in a dungeon or something, don't mind putting it for 50k. It will sell slower, but I'll soon explain why it will sell. Rejuvenate is one of the craziest markets. I have bought the lowest bin about 3 times in 50 to 100 bucks. Probably more like 60, 70 bucks. And it's just impossible. It sells out so quickly. Now, I don't know why it sells out so quickly. People just always want this. So here's what you do to mouse flick. You go here, rejuvenate. Rejuvenate 1, this is the third lowest bin. Should be a buy. Press there, okay? And then we're going to speed it up every time. Now, you might think that's already fast, but after a few times, you kind of get into it. And as you can see, I didn't do that well because I've not really been flipping these lately. So the more you do it, like, it gets more like that. So just click, and if you want to, you can spam click, but I find it better to use coordinated mousing. See, also, if it's like this, you want to go diagonally, but if it's like this, don't trick yourself by going diagonally. You got to remember. And, oh gosh, I just bought another one. So, I'm going to refresh. And there's all of these rejuvenate books, pages upon pages. So what are you going to do again? Mouse flick. Once you really get into it, and you can do it regularly, it has helped me a ton. Step 2, prices. Only buy rejuvenates if these 2 requirements are met. Number 1, Rejuvenate is under 50k, or at least when you buy it. If it's any over, think of it like you're just having less profit that you could have got earlier. If Rejuvenate 5, as you can see here, it's 597k, you definitely don't want to buy it. It's way too low, and with changing prices, a lot of people undercut by maybe even 100k. When I did it once, it was 700k, and I was thinking, okay, maybe I can do this. Somebody undercut it by a whole like 200k and sold it for 500k. And I was really poor, I didn't have the money to buy it. So you want to do it if you're sure it's not going to drop below 720k. If you buy Rejuvenate for 50k 16 times, that's going to be 800k. So that's why you always want to buy them for as cheap as possible. Usually I can get all of them for about 400 to 500,000 coins, and then sell them for a good 300 to 4,000 coin profit. If Rejuvenate 1 is over 50k, you shouldn't really care because these prices change fast as a frick, boy. Like that doesn't mean you should not buy it. Just like wait for 1 second and bam, they're like 10k now. I'm not kidding. One time I was like, oh no, it's 50k. I did a circle and bam, it was 10k. Step 3. Once you have deviously tricked your opponents with your 16 bucks, do Slush Anvil or go to the blacksmith, who's over here, to combine your bucks. Part 2, Ultimate Wise. This requires the same skills as Rejuvenate. Go here with any UMod. Have this here, so you can do that quick. And same mouse flick thing. And the thing how it's impossible to buy the lowest bin. Ultimate Wise is just Rejuvenate for people who are a little bit richer, and you don't even need as much talent with mouse flicking. Sometimes the price spike, and you can get some for 100k all the way up to 350k. But for Ultimate Wise 1 time I made 1.2 mil just by buying 4 bucks for 100k, and then the prices absolutely spiked like crazy. Ultimate Wise 5 went up to 4.5 mil, and then I sold them back for 350k. Personally, I've made a few mil from this method, but we're not really yet to the best method in my opinion. Step 1, prices. Usually, you are going to buy these books for less than 130k for the full profit. It's really the same with mouse flicks as previously mentioned, but also remember to only do when Ultimate Wise 5 is over 2.6 mil. So right now, it is a pretty good time to flip Ultimate Wise 5. Please note, this sells nearly as fast as Rejuvenate. Basically, don't be worried. Now for part 3 and my favorite method, wisdom flipping. Wisdom flipping is kind of the same thing Ultimate Wise has to Rejuvenate. It's just a bigger, better, richer version of Ultimate Wise. You're going to apply all the same tactics of mouse flicking because these also buy really fast. But it's kind of like each time they buy a little slower. Like Rejuvenate 1, you're going to get it like every 5 times or more. Or like less times. You're going to get it every 5 times or more times. Ultimate Wise 5, you're going to get it like every 3 times. And Ultimate Wisdom, you're going to get like every maybe once or twice. Sometimes you just kind of go on a rampage buying out all of these. But that's the problem. You shouldn't do that because prices. For wisdom flipping, you're going to want to buy from 100k to 145k. This is really good priced, but it already sold. So right now, as you can see, it's a little bit higher. One reason for that, it's morning. And when it's morning, there's not as many books going into the economy. And there's also not as many buyers. But mainly, there's not as many books going into the economy. So therefore, the prices are higher. And when you craft it into Wisdom 5, it's not going to sell as fast. this does not apply the same with Ultimate Wise and Rejuvenate, because for those, it'll just sell too fast. You won't be able to get it at all. So when I buy Wisdom, I would buy this book and this book pretty much. This book is kind of a stretch. It's a little bit expensive. And I might buy like 2 of these. But one time, I bought like almost all 16 Ultimate Wisdom 1 books for 150K. And I only made 400K. And by the way, I usually make a solid 1 mil to 800K from this. It's really good, and that's how I got, that 11 mil. Overall, but all 3 of these books seems good, and maybe this book, and then nope. And if it's a little bit high, doing a dungeon might be too long. Just wait around for a minute, watch a video or something. Also, for this one, you can buy the lowest bins sometimes. Also, one more thing. You always have to do this if Wisdom 5 is over 2.995 mil. So 2 mil, 995,000 coins, pretty much. Like, let's just say 3 mil. Because I usually sell it for 2 mil, 995,000 coins. Just to undercut by like 5,000 usually. If it's like this, undercut by like 5,000 usually. It sells a little bit slower, but also it can sell almost immediately. Usually it sells in under a minute, which is really fast. A lot of people are looking to buy the and usually you can get all the books for about 2 mil or maybe even less, and then sell for this for a pretty good chunk of profit. Also, the price is usually stable, and it will stay around 3 mil for a very long time, if it even does change. So, it's pretty much very unlike Ultimate Wise and Rejuvenate, which change around all the time. And now, the finale. Bigger books and bigger bucks. One good ultimate to flip is Rend. You should buy them for about 750K per, and you can get them all 16 for 12 mil, and then sell for 14.3 mil, which is the most profit yet. Another one, Soul Eater, you buy them for 1.2 mil, and 16 of them will be 19 mil, and then you can sell for 2.7 mil profit. Another pretty good flip, it's not as good as all the others, but this is for people with less coins, is Combo. You can buy 16 combo ones for about 320K to 400K and sell back for 1.7 mil. That's pretty good. And then, as we all know, Chimera, yeah, you can just buy 16 of these and then sell back for about 17 billion coins. It's not that big of a flip. It's pretty much like the others. Anyways, that's going to be it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more daily uploads.